is Left Planet, and I'm your host, Barbara Wimbush. This morning, I went on Twitter and I went on Instagram, and I began to notice a trend. That's right, I began to notice a trend. Black women take off the cape. That's what this episode is. Take off the cape. Stop being the patsy. Quit fighting everybody else's causes. And when I say that, I mean stop fighting the cause of black men, stop fighting the cause of white liberals and white feminists and anybody else who is exploiting you to advance their own cause. Please stop doing it. And most of all, stop fighting against one another, okay? Please quit fighting against one another. It's not a good look. We as a people, we need to quit focusing on this colorism thing too. Now I know I look light skinned, real light skinned sitting here, and I am light skinned. But the reason I'm saying let's quit focusing on colorism is because it's bringing about too much division now. It is bringing about too much division. We need to just we need to just stay united with one another and support one another regardless. And when it comes to men, they are nothing. They are nothing to get all up in the air about. Okay, men aren't anything to get all up in the air about. They aren't anything to be fighting for us, to be fighting each other about and competing with one another over. Just stop it. Stop it. Now, I'm pro-life. If you look at my previous videos, you will see that I am very much pro-life. I believe in giving others a chance to live, right? And I don't think that we should be trying to live and when I say we, I mean everybody. None of us should be trying to live our best life at the expense of anybody else, okay? Now, if you're not pro-life, that's your choice. God, you will have to answer to God about that. That is your choice. However, the overall point that I'm making is this. Take off the cape. Don't keep joining up with any old body, any old group. We should look at Lizzo. I don't understand how it is okay for fat drag queens to go around parading themselves in lingerie, and nobody that I've never seen anybody insult a fat drag queen about being overweight. But then Lizzo goes around wearing lingerie in public and unitards and things, and all of a sudden people act like that that like it's open season on Lizzo. Like it's okay to fat shame Lizzo. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me in the least. I don't understand it. And so the thing that I wanted to address is stop taking on issues that don't apply to you. Take off the cape. When it comes to men, black women, they are not babies. They are many, and not just black men, but men anyway. A lot of them are self-seeking, opportunistic predators who gain some sort of sexual high and boosting their masculinity when preying upon you. Okay? Have your wits about you when you are dealing with men. Don't let your feelings get caught up and involved. And please keep your legs closed. Now, it's never been the time to be fighting and hoeing. But now all the more so stop doing it. And black women in Baton Rouge and New Orleans too, please stop doing this bull crap where you keep getting repeatedly pregnant for some loser who trying to live off you. Are you taking in some loser like old Annie Cat, old stray cat, be up in the house with you and you treating him better than what you're treating your children? Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Just stop. And I'm not trying to put these men down because God created them. But they act like losers. And it's like it's their goal in life to be losers. And they're going to come in your life and be a loser and try to make you lose out on everything. Everything you got, everything you gonna get, every opportunity that come your way, even your relationship with your children. It's time out for the silly women attitude, mindset. It is time out for that. This is one thing that people need to realize. People who are selfish, they have a I got mine mentality. You all need to realize you may have yours now, but you may not always have it. And what is it profit of what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose their soul? You going around living like a greedy monster, trying to destroy everybody in your wake, acting like nobody counts or matters but you, until you need help. You are in a catch-22. You need help, then all of a sudden you want everybody rallying around you to help you, but you've been such a monster, such a cretin that know that you preyed on these people and they don't have anything, the money, the resources, the power, the nothing to even help you. And why should they even want to help you when you've been going out of your way to destroy them? And some of you do it with a smile on your faces. So, stop. Black women, back to black women, stop taking on the issues of these other people. You all get to holler about, oh, we feminists, and you aligning with these women outside of the race, especially to go against black men. And this is the thing, y'all major and minors when it comes to black men, when it's a major issue that you all need to be on the dudes behind about. You not. You sitting there all googly eyed like you so in love and can't say nothing and can't put that dude in check or tell him get out your life. But when it's something stupid or insignificant, there you all are nagging and riding and constantly being aggravating over nothing. And it's like, get your priorities straight. Because why you sitting over here dissing black men over stupid stuff, right? Over something that's not even important, something insignificant. The very women who are encouraging you to do this, they are either lesbians or they checking for him themselves. They want him themselves. Look at these women. Look at the NFL and NBA players. Don't you think it's odd that a disproportionate number of them have women who they got wives that are not black. Don't you think that's strange? That's because white women, Asian women, Hispanics, and whoever. This is how they are. They're not gonna be getting in the way of a man taking care of his business. They're gonna be encouraging him to take care of his business and handle his business in the most legit way that he is doing. You know, black women, y'all kind of have a tendency to support a man in pursuing foolishness and stupidity and won't put your foot down. He could be beating the hell out of some of y'all, and y'all will be sitting up there going along with it, cool with it, and then mad with the women who he cheating on you with. And it's like, no, you bust this dude in his behind where he coming sideways for real. Black women, I love y'all. I'm a black woman myself. I'm speaking up now, but I'm speaking up because I'm tired of seeing the foolishness. It's really getting on my nerves now. I'm tired of the foolishness. Y'all ain't hip to the jive, period. Y'all let some old slick, smooth talking dude. Uh, some old slick, smooth talking dude come up in y'all face and just because he cooking and preparing meals for you and basically seeming like he acquiescing to you and bowing down to whatever you want him to do. Like he a good man and you willing to get out there, put the cape on for him. And it's like, when is he gonna put the cape on for you? Do you realize how black women get picked apart so horribly by black men until it ain't funny? It's like we are walking on a tight rope to be perfect, just to appear to some of the dustiest, most meatiest mouth of men. Low on the totem pole, dudes of the black community. And then you hear these women who sound like, God bless, bless their heart. They sound like they might be, you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to put this nicely. But like they might have a little special needs or something. And they don't have good understanding is the point that I'm making. They don't have good understanding, yet they out there trying to have a man and forever trying to reproduce and shoot out children that once them kids get big enough to be active and busy, they don't want to be bothered with them and trying to send them other folks' way. And I'm like, I ain't getting no child support and welfare and food stamps for them children. Why I gotta be bothered with them? Why I got to be bothered? They ain't my responsibility. You getting the benefits from having these kids, even the benefit of having had sex to have procreated them children. You have to deal with them. And you got better have sense when you do it. Because they didn't ask to be born. Nah. And they didn't ask to be conceived. So that was on my heart. That was on my heart, especially after the Lizzo thing with Aries Spears. I'm like, first of all, look at Aries Spears. This dude look like old big old sow when a platypus made it. And he trying to diss Lizzo. And why is it that he putting the target on Lizzo back? It's so many fat women of other races out there, and yet he picks Lizzo to target. How stupid and disrespectful is that? And my next video, which is coming up right after this one, is going to be directed at these incels. These incels, because the time is out for y'all's foolishness. The time is out for that. Grow up and grow a path. And you will be able to get you a woman that you want. You sitting around playing video games and sitting around playing video games and whining and complaining about what woman don't want you and all this stuff, talking about a Stacy, and I'm like, if you don't look like a whatever, Chad or whatever you call them dudes, just like you don't want the women that look like they are, like some people say, on your level. Why would a Stacy want you when you not on her level? She way up, according to your own standards, a Stacy is way above your level. So just like you don't want let's perfect example. I'm gonna talk about this in the next video on more depth. But when you look at that TV show, The Big Bang Theory, you look at Sheldon, and then you look at Leonard. Leonard wanted a Stacy. He wanted a Stacy. Sheldon had sense enough to be with Amy, somebody who was on his level. And most of all, she was a kind, smart, compassionate person and a great friend who with wisdom would not have wanted Amy. Okay. And this is why a lot of y'all ain't got a woman right now, because you're shallow and you're foolish acting. Once nobody's going to stay looking young forever. Nobody's going to stay looking young and svelte and whatever forever. They just aren't. You need to get to know that person. Forget how they look and all of that. And all this nerd emo culture bull crap is a bunch of foolishness at this point. Because especially if you want to look at the movies, right? Historically, you want to look at movies, right? And not, you see it, you seeing Revenge of the Nerds, Meatballs, and all these other movies where you got these guys that they pretty much nice guys, they smart, and that kind of stuff. But they missing good women all because they want the finest, sexiest one. And then expect people to feel sorry for them, and they feel sorry, and they also pity themselves just because the finest one don't want them. Get over your stupid, backwards, silly self. But back to black women. Y'all, we need to be where we got each other back, even the backs of the unborn black women. Because you can't complain about men like Kevin Samuels. You can't complain about men who like to date outside of their race. And you can't complain about men who are physically abusive or just run off and leave their wives, girlfriends, and children. Cheating stuff. You can't complain about them if you quit to abort your own flesh and blood. Particularly when it's a girl, another black woman. That is what I have to say on the issue. It's not an elaborate video. This was just on my heart. It was on my heart. And it's getting to be foolish. There's going to be another part to this video as well. This is Stage Left Planet. I'm your host, Warita Winbush. Focus on God.